Yeah, I thought State played a great game, obviously. I mean, they're very good. You know, they were in a position to beat Virginia at Virginia. And they're strong at all positions. You know, they're very good athletically, strong and big wings. And those two kids, Lacey and Turner, are, you know, they go 9 for 14 from 3, but they can do that. That's not an aberration. They can do that. It's not like a once in a lifetime thing. And so they put a lot of pressure on you to try to defend them. And then I thought their big guys really did a good job for them. Anya had an amazing game. You know, 19 minutes to put up the stats that he did was incredible. And in Washington, those 2 buckets right towards the end of the first half were key. And Abu, in other words, they played well. I mean, they played great. And we played really well at times. In our league, people aren't going to play mediocre or poorly. You have to beat them when they're playing well. And that takes on a different level of play. And our team hasn't been exposed to that. It will, you know, now that we're in conference play. But even in our first 2 conference games, they weren't exposed to that. And even though we played some really good teams, it's different. It's just different. And I think the only way you learn about different is to be indifferent. Not indifferent, indifferent. You know, you have to be in it. And so we got to learn from it. You know, we got a long way to go with our team. Again, congratulations to them. They were the team deserving of winning, obviously, and played a terrific game. Any questions? Go ahead.
In your wins, you had almost double the number of assists as your opponents today. They had 18 assists to your 12. It's like 10-6 at halftime. What effect did you feel like their ball movement and perhaps at times your lack of ball movement had on them?
No, I thought our ball movement was fine. I mean, we missed a lot. You know, we had good shots that we missed. I mean, we didn't shoot well. And, no, you know, like stats, you know, a lot of those things are against teams that you beat by 30 points or something like that. So, you know, I didn't think our ball movement was bad. They moved the ball well because they have good players. You know, they're not, you know, they're not going to turn the ball over. You got to play them and hope that you can put pressure on shots. You know, rebound the miss. You know, I thought when we started out the game, we started out well, and we gave up about 4 dunks, just on like a little bit over exuberance. And again, I think that comes with some of our inexperience, to be quite frank with you. Our guys were ready to play, but you can't give up. Like, they must have had about 10 dunks in today's game, and those are pretty high percentage shots. You know.
On those dunks, you guys weren't trying to double some of their post players. It was just
No.
switches that just didn't get.
No, if you double, you're going to get killed. I mean, we got killed anyway. But I mean, one of the main things you have to do is try to limit Lacey and Turner. And when they're playing like they did, then it's like anything, you know, like any team. If 1 or 2 guys that you are your stable guys are on, that makes everybody better. That's what Lacey does and Turner, they do for their team. And when they're doing that, then everybody's better, no question about it. And they do it more than they don't do it. That's why they're a really good team. And when they don't do it, it's just the ball misses. You know, sometimes you don't get ahead.
Coach Justice in the locker room said that he basically questioned the team's toughness today. I was wondering, I hope that.
No, I don't think we were as tough as we needed to be. No, I mean, I don't think that means we're bad people or anything. I think you learn through experience how tough you need to be. And you might think you're playing tough, but until you're placed in another situation that requires a whole nother level, so were we as tough as we needed to be? No. Does that mean we're soft? No. I mean, come on, we won 14, we're a good team. But we need to learn to play at that level, and you gotta be in these things to learn that.
Coach, you started a smaller lineup today, and then after halftime, we came back with the normal lineup. Can you talk about?
Yeah, I didn't think, I thought just, we're not down on a meal. We thought we could do that and put Matt on Lacey and instead of a smaller player. And then Emil came in. Emil really he had 6 defensive rebounds in the first half and did a good job. So just trying to look. I mean, you gotta look while you gotta keep looking. You gotta keep looking and developing.
They did double down on Okafor. What effect that had on what you're trying to do?
Well, I thought he handled everything well. I thought we missed some shots. But I didn't think that was. I thought that was good. I thought we handled that well. Again, it's better if you knock them down. And like in anything, if they go 3 for 14 instead of 9, that's different, but they didn't. And they took good shots, and I thought we took good shots. But obviously they played better. They played better.
What did you see out there, Coach, with the defensive breakdowns? Quinn was talking about giving up all the dunks and the open shots. Did you see anything with their defense?
Well, some of them weren't open shots. Some of them they just hit tough shots. Not every shot that Lacey and they work hard to get shots. I thought we overhelped early in the dunks, and then the dunks at the end, you're trying to press and do stuff. So those things, are going to happen.
Sorry. You guys did make that little run, it could have gotten way back.
No, we made a big run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know where that came from? Why you guys were able just to?
Well, because we're good. We're good. I mean, I'm not saying we're great, but we're good. So then you just have a resolve, and you don't want to lose, and it's too much of a deficit. And they did some actually spectacular things during that time, and got it down to 7, and they hit some free throws. If they missed, then you might have, but again, the old snowball's chance, but we packed a snowball, at the end and tried it. No, I mean, our kids will fight. They just need to grow. They need to keep growing. And, we have these 3, we started these 3 freshmen. They got to they got to go through it in a short period of time and be who most people think Duke is after 3 years. I mean, that's the bottom line. That's what we have, and we know it, and we're okay with it. We got to do it.
Anything else?
Do we all get seduced talking about...
Seduced?
Yes.
I don't know.
Well,
That sounds interesting. Sunday, man. If this was a Saturday night game, it'd be different.
By Kentucky being lauded to the extent that it is, with so many freshmen, that we now expect freshmen to step right in and play at the level that you're...
Yeah, but Kentucky's got a lot of upperclassmen, too.
Right.
Kentucky's got a lot of players.
Is that all it is?
Huh?
Is that all it is, or are we getting unreasonable expectations about the freshmen?
No, I don't know. You have to self-evaluate yourself. Just don't seduce yourself while you're doing it. All right.
I'm married, thank you.
Huh?
I'm married, I don't need...
No, I could go a whole bunch of... At this time in my life, I almost did. So, I'm sorry.
I'm sure you're asked about Anya. I missed it.
No, it's unbelievable. Just terrific performance. And he's a hard-working kid and big, but he completed plays. That was a huge difference in the game. Yeah, but, I mean, Lacey and Turner were terrific. They just played really well, and he played great. He played great.